Good afternoon, my beautiful people. Y'all, we about to get into it. I quit my 9 to 5 at 24 years old, trading this very strategy that I'm going to be talking about. And I'm going to just tell y'all the benefits, okay? I am going to tell you guys the benefits. Now, you like, girl, who are you? My name is Paris Smith. And I was able to retire myself from the 9 to 5 at 24 years old. And I was able to produce a 6-figure trading account my first 6 months trading. And this strategy is a low risk strategy. Nobody know about it. Okay. Nobody really know about it. It's a gem. It's a rare jewel. Okay. We don't day trade. We don't have time for day trade. We don't read charts because we ain't got time to be reading charts. And we don't be using indicators and all that stuff. We simply trade once a week. The income is reliable, consistent, and guaranteed. And if you're like, girl, I need to learn more about that. Okay. If you've been trying to get into the stocks and to trading, maybe you trade before and it's just not working out for you. And you need another strategy that's low risk. You're not crossing your fingers and your toes and guessing and gambling. Then I need to see you at my next free stock trading masterclass. The link is in the description of this video. Go ahead and register. I'm going to break it all down there further, and make sure you register to secure your seat. Anyway, hey y'all, I see y'all coming in. Y'all know I get to y'all questions after I go through my thing. So just hang around. But anyways, so let me tell y'all the benefits, okay? I kind of told y'all a little bit of the benefits during my intro, but I'm gonna tell y'all my benefits. I wrote it down so I won't forget. And y'all know me, I just be all over the place sometimes. Now, one of my favorite things is that the income is consistent. The income is passive and it is consistent, right? So when I'm trading, the strategy is called cover calls. So when I'm trading once a week, okay, either on a Monday or either on a Friday, the second I click on the button submit, the monies is in my account as cash. And they give you a debit card so you can swipe. But that's not the smart thing to do. We not swiping, we reinvesting so we can grow our income. Now, with this strategy, the more shares you have, the more your income is. So why swipe when you can just trade more contracts, right? You're saving, you're reinvesting to buy more shares so that you can grow your income. But anyways, it's passive because with cover calls, you make your profits up front, and the premiums, which is like the profit that you make, is consistent. It may be a little range to it once you start trading that stock over and over again. You'll understand the range. But when I say your income is consistent every single week that you trade and you know that you can pay your bills with it, that's what I mean. And so I love that. It's passive, it's consistent, and passive just means you do one thing one time and it keep going. Now with cover calls, you have to trade. You just pressing a couple buttons. You can do it on your lunch break. You can do it at the red light. You could do it, walking your dog, walking into work. It takes a couple seconds, honestly. But if you're a beginner, it may take you some time because it's new to you. So that's that. Also, I love that the income is not tied to your 9 to 5. So if you are working a 9 to 5, and I definitely recommend, okay, listen, my story is a little different. I left my 9 to 5 because I had to so I could live. Okay. If I did not leave my 9 to 5, I might have been knocking on death's door. Okay, for those who don't know, I have juvenile type 1 diabetes. It's where I'm dependent on insulin to live. So it was rough. So I had to leave my 9 to 5. It was just really bad. So anyways, we're going to continue. The income that I make from cover calls is not tied into a 9 to 5, which means I'm not trading time for money. Now, it becomes real good when you trade the strategy alongside your 9 to 5, right? When you're trading this strategy alongside your 9 to 5. So you're making your 9 to 5 income, even if you're living paycheck to paycheck, right? You're making a cover call, you're making profits or income from this strategy, right? Which you could do other things with it. Maybe you need that extra income to pay a bill or two, to relieve you of at least one bill. I know you get sick and tired of paying that car note. And don't get me started with the car note insurance, the auto insurance. If you just need a little breather, just a little bit, have cover costs pay for that. If that's your first goal, you like, I just need to make just enough to pay this car note and my auto insurance, then you need to do that. Because this strategy, you can do that. So I always preach to keep your 9 to 5 and trade this strategy alongside it, just so you can be better set up, in your future. Like your financial future looks better just because of it, right? So even if you're in debt and you're like, I just need something to like start chopping the debt down or whatever, then this is the strategy for you. That's actually what I did when I first got started. My whole goal was to have this income coming in, and I just have it in my back pocket in case my boss and them try to act crazy. And so, yeah, you want to act crazy and you fire me, terminate me, lay me off, whatever the heck, I don't even care. I'm good. My bills are covered. I'm good. That's all I wanted. I just needed enough to cover all my bills in case something like that happens, or if I gotta leave because I'm like super sick or whatever, right? So that was my goal. Have this strategy in my back pocket, just pull it out when I need it, like my little cushion. It kind of was like my emergency income. Yeah. So, but instead of doing that, once I saw that this thing was knocking at my current salary's door, I started making the same thing I make at my 9 to 5. I said, hold on now, wait a minute now. I said, hold on now. So I went ahead and I used that income and I started chopping down my debts, and it was the best feeling in the world. Started paying down all my unnecessary credit cards, loans, and stuff. All the unnecessary loans and stuff I pulled out, like I'm paying it. So I just started chopping that down, and then the next goal was like, all right, I'm gonna leave my 9 to 5, and I did that too. But it feels better to leave your 9 to 5 when you don't have debt. So, but I always encourage you to stay. If you have no issues at your 9 to 5 right now, you might be a little stressed out, your boss might be tripping a little bit, but leverage it. Stay there as long as you can and leverage that thing until you are very comfortable and confident in your trading abilities to leave. Because not having an income coming in. You used to rely on an income that comes in consistently by you trading your time, right? For dollars. But when that job gone, listen, that sacrifice, that grit, that determination, that endurance is like none other. You start, if you lazy, it ain't for you. Don't ever leave your job if you lazy, child. And if you got a lack mentality, don't ever leave your job. If you scared and you fearful, don't ever leave your job. But anyway, just trading the strategy would just allow you to be a little more secure in your finances. Maybe go on a trip, every year when at first you couldn't. So it just allows like a little more flexibility. You could do more, stuff like that. So that's another benefit that I love so much. Now, this is for me. This is one of my benefits, okay? Because I just told y'all about the whole workplace thing. Don't leave your job, that whole thing. Now, for me, I am not stressed out. Okay. My job was really stressful. And of course, with a chronic disease and you add stress to it, just makes things a lot more worse, right? But it allows me to really like manage my health a little bit easier. Like I'm not just feeding myself anything just because I need to eat so I can get back to work, or eating anything because I got to get to work on time, or just eating junk and stuff like that. Like I'm actually cooking. I'm actually meal prepping. I'm actually carb counting. I'm actually like really doing what I'm supposed to do, at least for my chronic disease that I have, doing what I need to do so that I can feel better. I'm actually being intentional about what I put in my body. And so that's just one of the stress that has been relieved. Just being able to manage my health better, not working a 9 to 5, but relying on cover call trading to take care of all my bills and all of that. So I love that so much. Also, I'm able to make my own schedule. I do what I want, when I want, how I want, and all those things because of the freedom that stock trading has allowed me. Stock trading has allowed me. So for an example, right now, y'all know your girl from the DMV area. And right now I flew into Nashville yesterday because one of my sister's classmates was like, hey, to my sister, just talking about all the challenges that she's having right now. She's in dental school and she has a little baby. And I was listening. I was like, I can come down. Like, I know it's finals week. I can just come down and watch the baby while you go study and take your finals and stuff like that. And I was just like, a couple years ago, ain't no way I would be able to be telling somebody, hey, like, I will relieve your stress. It's okay. I'll come down, take a flight, and take care of your baby while you go take care of whatever you need to do. Ain't no way. The fact that I not only have time freedom for myself, I can set my own pace, my own schedule for myself. I'm also helping others, like being generous with my time, right? So that's another huge, huge, huge benefit, huge bonus. When I say being able to be a blessing to others is like the best feeling in the world. Listen, it's the best feeling in the world. So just being able to create like my own pace, my own schedule, do what I want to do, how I want, and all that stuff feels incredible. Now, those of you that are like, yeah, I'm out this 9 to 5, Paris, I don't care what you talk about. Keep your job and all that. I'm out. If that's what you want to do, then listen, it is lit. I ain't gonna hold you. It is lit. It is lit. You don't have no boss, no micromanaging, no deadlines, no projects, none of that. It's cool. But what I want you to do is, what I want you to understand is, this ain't nothing that's going to be like a overnight sensation. It's not going to be, maybe some of y'all won't even get here in a year, to be able to leave your job and all that stuff in a year. So what I'm trying to tell you is to enjoy the journey and just work hard, do what you need to do to build up your stock account, because with cover calls versus options trading, cover calls, you have to get in at a higher price. It's not like you're purchasing an options for $500 or $250 or $200 and then boom, you a six-figure overnight. It's not that. So you're purchasing shares. It's like a very low risk strategy where you're purchasing shares, you're investing, but the shares that you do own, you're trading an options contract against it. So you're investing, you're making dividend income, and you're making a profit off of that. So it's like 3 different things that you're doing. So good question. I'll answer your question shortly. Okay, the next thing. So the next thing I wanted to talk about, I got my notes here because I'm trying to stay on track. Y'all know me. Okay. Now, the awesome thing is it's the growth potential, right? At your 9 to 5, you can't really grow your income like that. You got to work hard. You got to prove to your manager. You got to, stay in the spotlight, stay, leading and all that stuff. You got to just show that you're there and you're showing up and do all the unnecessary stuff. Like, it's a lot, right? It's a lot. But with cover calls, let's say you're adding this to your 9 to 5, right? You're adding this to your 9 to 5. The cool thing about it is the growth potential, right? It's the growth potential. So you could literally strategically come up with your income plan. So for an example, let's just use my example when I first started. AMD was the stock. I started I was ambitious, but it's still okay. It was not that bad. But AMD cost, I think it was like $50 something. I put $5,500 in, $5,500 in the stock market, so that I could trade this stock once a week, and I made $250 a week. So my income was $1,000. Now it does not matter if the stock go up, down, stay the same. I am making that $1,000 every single month. That's how it works. So you're recycling your $5,500 over and 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 over again to produce the $1,000 a month. So here's how you like scale it. So you could, let's say in the next 6 months, for an example, your goal is to have 2 contracts, right? Instead of trading 1 contract, you now have 2 contracts. So now instead of making $250 a week, you're making $500 a week. Instead of making $1,000 a month, you're making $2,000 a month. Let's say in a year, you want to up that thing a little bit more. You want to do, instead of 500 a week, you want to do 750. So all you're doing is like purchasing more shares. Like you're not spending the money that you're making. You're purchasing more shares. You're being disciplined. You're being consistent. You can strategically figure out how many shares you need, how much you need to make per week to make whatever X amount goal per month. So you can easily what's the word I was looking for? You can easily like grow your income, but it's just based off of you, right? Based off of how much you put into your account, how much you're reinvesting, how consistent you are trading. I mean, that's so dumb because you just trade 30 seconds every week. It's dumb. It's so easy. If you can't do that, I don't know what to tell you. And then 3, we said reinvest, being consistent trading, and being disciplined. So don't spend your money because the money will look real good. The money start looking good. You're like, oh my God, I did nothing to make this. And then you start wanting to ball out and spend money. Like, no, because you know it's coming again. No, we are going to reinvest it to buy more shares, right? And we're just going to keep the bag coming. We're going to keep growing it. So you are able to scale your income by reinvesting your profits, which means you're increasing your yearly income, like your yearly salary, right? Just through trading. It's so cool. And like over time, you're generating larger profits instead of like staying stagnant like a 9 to 5. But the powerful thing is when you have a 9 to 5 and you add this to it, let me tell you something. You will go to work smiling. You're going to go to work cheesing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Listen. When I say it's too good, listen to me, y'all. When I say there's no reason for any of us to be living in lack, can y'all put in the comments, put in the chat, and if you're looking at this after it's been posted, still put this in the chat. Put, I will never live in lack again. Put that in the chat. I will never live in lack again. Because listen, this information is here. It's out here. It's literally at your fingertips, but y'all just don't know about it. So I'm going to wake y'all up. But I will never live in lack again. I will never live in lack again. I will never live in lack again. I see y'all. Okay, so let me go to my next point, and then I'll get to y'all questions. Go to my next point. I love it. Okay. Okay, so my next point. You have the ability to pursue your passions. So one of my favorite things about being retired at 24 years old from the stock market, I'm able to really, truly live out my passions. I always say I no longer live in program. I live out of passions now. Program is like get up, get dressed, drive to work, go to work, come home, get ready for bed, do it all over again. That's program, right? Instead of me living out of program, I now get to live out of passion. I get to do things I'm passionate about. For an example, I got to put my head down for this because I'm embarrassed. Your girl still can't swim, okay? Your girl still can't swim, but in my head and in my heart, I am Michael Phelps. I'm Michael Phelps. So a part of my passion is learning how to swim. So why not on a random Thursday morning, why not take a one-on-one swimming class? Like, why not? Right? I get to wake up and be like, this is what I want to do. Oh, I want to learn the violin. So my goal for 2025 is to learn the violin. Why? There is no reason. I have a passion of learning new instruments. I've played the piano my whole life, and I want to learn the violin. I can do that because I have time freedom to do whatever I want, right? The freedom to do whatever I want. So, but yeah, that's another thing. So if you're like passionate in doing certain things, if you want to become like a content creator, for an example, or you want to travel the world, I did a bit of traveling when I first left my job. I was like, I've never been on a plane before. Let's go out the country. And I went out the country. And I was so obsessed with going out the country. I literally went out the country by myself, which is crazy to me. And I was outside. Y'all hear me? I was like, it's so much more than just the United States of Americas. So I was outside. Y'all, I was outside. I was like, I want to travel. I want to travel. And I did. So it allows you to really like pursue your passions. It allows you to really know who you are and get to know yourself. Because when you're like ripping and running and ripping and running and ripping and running, you are not thinking about you. You on the back burner. That's you. You on the back burner. You don't care about your passions, what you want to do, what you want to learn, what makes you happy. No. You trying to rip and run and make the money so you can pay the bills. That's pretty much it. Like, I know y'all tired of living like that because I know how it feels. And I know I was tired of living like that. It was a lot of things that I was tired of. I was tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I was tired of being a yes man to all my bosses and kissing booty. And then I was tired of wasting all my time at a job and I had no time for myself. I was tired of not being able to take care of my health, being told, no, you can't go to your important doctor appointment every 3 months because I'm essential. Like, they need me. Absolutely not. So trading this strategy allows a whole lot of things, right? And even like having the time to like help others, like that is probably one of my favorites as well. Being able to use my time and like give back, and people who are just so stressed out, financially, being able to give back to people, it's just so much that I'm able to do. The thing is, if you are, how they say, money like changes people and stuff like that. When you have a lot of money, let me tell you what it told me about me. Being a multi-millionaire taught me that my heart is so generous. I was generous before. Like, I was the type of person like, all right, I can help you, whether it's my time, whether it's teaching, whether it's wanting to see somebody succeed, just pulling my all into people. But at this point in my life, being financially secured and so blessed with all of this abundance of individual, I would say multiple streams of income that is passive and effortless and all of the things, my heart is like huge. Like, I'm just generous. I'm just more giving, more of the good things, But what comes with that is like me sharing my time and like helping others and stuff like that too, which is a huge passion of mine. I love serving. I love serving people. That's how it was when I was working at 9 to 5. That's all I did, baby. Served people in tech when I was working in IT. And so now that, I don't have no job no more. I don't have no job. But here I am still finding ways to serve people. And I love that. And I'm also teaching too. I'm teaching my students, all the things. So it's just so fun to me. It's so fun. Oh yes, tennis coming soon. I just started. Now I didn't officially sign up for classes to play tennis, but it's one of my passions. I used to play a long time ago, but I'm gonna be Venus and Serena. I'm Michael Phelps. I'm Venus and Serena. I don't know no like violinist people, but I'm gonna be that girl with violin too. Just give me some time. Just give me some time. I wanted to play the guitar, but I got nails, and I don't want to be like cutting my nails. I can't cut my nails. No, can't do that. These my nails, by the way, baby. She's all natural. Okay. Anyways, all right. What questions do you guys have for me? Those are all my points. Let me look. So I said all that to say cover calls is lit. Cover calls is lit. And I would love to be able to teach you. So definitely come out to my next free stock trading masterclass. The link is in the description to come and hang out with your girl. And at the end of the masterclass, I do have an offer, an opportunity to sign up for my mentorship program. So just to let you know, the opportunity is there at the end of the masterclass. But anyways, let me read y'all comments, because sometimes y'all ask questions and I got to go back later to review. Okay, so let me see. What is the least amount to start investing with? Lisa, that's a good question. So is your question geared towards trading, or you mean just investing in the stock market? Let me know. How long have you been trading cover calls? I started February 2020, right before COVID. Oh, golf sounds fun. Now, I've been looking at golf. I'm just trying to figure out what's so intriguing about golf. I never played, so I probably don't. That's why I don't know. But that's so interesting. But yeah, so I've been trading since 2020, February 2020. But I've been studying. It took me 5 years. No, it took me 6 years. It took me 6 years to actually press the submit trade button. And it took me so long because I didn't know what in the world the stock market was. It went from what is a stock? What is the stock market? What is an exchange? I had to go down. I had to start from the very beginning. And I also don't learn like everyone else. It takes me quite a bit to pick up some things. So it took me some time, but I figured it out. I'm so grateful that I did. All right, y'all. Oh, did you become profitable right away? That's a great question. Excuse me. So my first month trading, I made $1,000. How it works with this strategy is once you're making, let's say, $1,000 a month, you will consistently make $1,000 a month. So I started with AMD. It was 5,500. That's how much I put in my broker account. Started trading just one contract every single week. Made $250 every single week, which is $1,000 a month. And I kept reinvesting, and I just grew my account. And then there's something called margin. It's literally free money that the broker lends to you. So you match it up with your 5,000. So now I have 11,000. Did I do that math? Yeah, 11,000 to trade with. And I just started scaling my account up from there. So I was profitable right away. But I also took so much time like studying. I became so obsessed with studying. I lived every minute of the day for probably 5 years was consumed with studying because I was so eager to understand. I was so eager to leave my 9 to 5. I just wanted to feel better. I just wanted time to take care of my health. So I was very obsessed with learning. So Paris, I've asked this at class about the Vanguard. about the Vanguard account. I still trying to figure out which Vanguard account to open. Could you take a look at the site and just let me know which one? Yeah, so I can tell you which one. Actually, what I recommend you do, Pure Design, what I recommend you do, call Vanguard. Let them know that you want to open a Vanguard account that is not a retirement account. Let them know that you want to open an individual account, and they'll let you know which option to select. So call them and ask them which one to select. That would be the best option. Yep. What is the average starting capital we need to trade covered calls? I know this varies, but what's a ballpark number? I always say at least 1,500 just to at least get a good stock that has the fundamentals, because I don't believe in throwing your money at a stock that's risky or that don't have the fundamentals. Like, there's thousands of companies that you could possibly get started with $200. You can possibly get started with $400 or even $800. But do I recommend that? Because I'm a low risk trader and I look at the fundamentals of a stock. But that's just my strategy. Yep, I did. I started with 5,000. I sure did. I started with 5,000. Let me see. What time is it? Oh, it's 1:10 at home. Thank you so much. Do you trade together with your students? Nope, I don't trade with my students. My students don't even know what stock I trade, and I do that for a reason. Because when I first started teaching, when I first launched that Wealth Academy and I started teaching, oh baby, they was trading everything I was trading. It was lit. But then the minute something happens in the market, or the minute maybe something happens with earnings or with the stock that I'm trading, they like, Paris, what you do? Paris, how do I? Paris, can you explain? Like, no, you need to know this for yourself. Like, I literally taught you everything you need to know about stocks. What makes a stock a low risk stock? What to look for, like fundamental that makes a stock a strong stock, right? And the fact that they wasn't really understanding that, I'm like, nah, I'm not telling you what I'm trading from now on. You are going to have the knowledge and education to do it yourself. That's what I want. I don't want to be the one that's like, what do they call it? I can't think of it. But anyways, I don't want to be the one that's like, yeah, do this, click that, click this, click that, and you don't really know what you're doing. I want you to know everything. So my students, they don't know what I'm trading, and they be trying it too. They try to ask me every coaching call. We have coaching calls on weekly, all my students, and they be like, what you trading? I be like, I ain't telling you. Yeah, I know I ain't gonna tell you now. Yeah, keep on asking. No, I'm kidding. I'm not like that. But I make it fun. But no, I don't tell my students what I'm trading. But I do, like, they always get my opinion on different stocks. Like, hey, what is this? How does this look? And what are your thoughts on this? And all of that. And I just give them my advice. But my students, they real smart. They smart. They listen. My students, they know. Okay. Most of my students are trading before they even finish my whole program, which is so awesome. I have one student that made $3,000 this week. So she's up $12,000 a month. I'm going to read to you what she said. Let me go to my group thing. She said, and she's probably on here. Yolanda, if you're on here, hey girl. Let me go to her message, because y'all be like, I need to hear more testimonials. My students, they in here. Okay, my students in here. But anyways, let me find her message, because I normally every Monday when we are meeting, I ask for wins, and they be giving their wins. But this particular day, yesterday before coaching, she wasn't able to join us, so she gave me her win. So she said, happy money making Monday, Paris. I will not make it to class today, but my win was $3,000 for the day. My girl said she made $3,000 trading. So just to know, if it's a cover call, she trades weekly. That's her strategy. So that's $12,000 in consistent, reliable income through cover calls. Like, that is amazing, right? That's amazing. So, uh, yeah. And I was like, great job. I was so excited. I love my students. They lit to me. They make my heart do that thing. They make my heart do that thing. But anyways, I thought that was awesome. But I have a lot of students who either paper trading, stop trying to understand, those who maybe don't have money right now, but they're stacking and they're setting their, you know, their shares aside and just trying to stack up until they have 100 shares to trade a cover call, to trade their first contract. And so a lot of my students, they take their time, they like build their account and they're paper trading every single week to understand what they're doing. And so that's how we do it. And then I have some students that be like, that's what I'm starting with. I'm ready. And they just start. But yeah. Those are great questions, y'all. I'm about to head off of here. It's been almost 40 minutes. I hope y'all learned a lot, picking up what I'm putting down, okay? If you want to learn this strategy, I need to see you at my next free stock trading masterclass where I dive a little bit deeper and break more of this down. All that good stuff. And then at the end of the masterclass, I do have an opportunity to join my stock trading mentorship. And yeah, so where you can start your journey, lock in with your girl, and you're gonna learn a lot. But anyways, I will see you there at the masterclass. All right, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow when I come live again. See y'all. Love y'all. Bye.